So let's start by taking a big breath in, reach it up, and just check in with how your body is feeling this morning. We're taking some big breaths, making sure your rib cage is moving. Let's make those circles, check in with your shoulder girdle. All the muscles around your shoulder blades and your collarbone and your ribs want to move. 2, 3. Good. Now let's do some elbow circles. So if anything is cranky today and one side doesn't want to lift because there's pain and you're trying to heal something or be tender with something, that's okay. You can go one-sided. More important that you let one side heal and feel better than to keep pushing it. And then let's swing it out. And let's just do a few twists. Checking in with your shoulders. Things should be feeling a little bit warmer, a little bit looser. Let's come down to the hips, popping it out side to side. Just going to set my watch. And hula hoops. Checking in with the hips. And reverse. And let's go for figure eights. I want you to feel this one all the way down to your feet, moving your feet, your ankles, your knees, nice and groovy. Good job. And then if you can reverse, we can reverse. You all got a better night's sleep than I did, because remembering to reverse was harder than actually reversing. Here we go. Hands on your knees, let's circle it out. Good thing I have the whole workout written down. Just let your knees bend and move around. Yeah, we're feeling your feet, but we're warming up those ankles and calves too. Good. Circle the ankles and reverse direction. And circle the other side. And reverse direction. And let's take our feet nice and wide. And go side lunge to side lunge. You know what I'm going to do before I even say it. Here we go. Ease into it, depending on what you've been doing the last day or 2 or 3 or 4. If you're really active, your legs might be really tight. You're doing more hiking or more walking or more biking or more sitting in the car, like I was yesterday. There we go. And hang on to one side. And let's sink down into it. See if you can relax through your hips. Keep your knee over your toes and let this leg stretch. Inhale, create space in that hip pocket of your bent leg. And then come up and over. And sink it down. See if you can relax into it. It's funny, there are times when I think my hips are sinking down and I watch the video afterwards and realize my hips aren't going anywhere, my body is going there. So it's a reminder for all of us, check in with what the body part we're working is really doing. We're not compensating. Good, side to side, and then come to center. And let's drop shoulders. Let's stretch out your back. Take your time with the first few. And then you can go at your own pace for 6 to 8. And let's sink down into a squat. We're going to be doing squats. Let's warm up that squat. I'm not going very deep. You guys are looking pretty good. And see if you can relax into it and sink down a little bit lower. See if you can bring your elbows inside your knees. Breathe, expand into your back. Relax through your hips. And then bring your hands on the floor and we'll do bottoms up. And hold the first one, just enjoy that stretch. And then sink it down and up. 3 more. 2 and 3. Hang out here. Hold on to your elbows and let your upper body just stretch and dangle. And notice where your head is and let your head drop. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And make sure you're not holding tension in your neck and your shoulders. And then let's take it over to knee to knee. If you can do this without getting dizzy. And then hands over your knees and let's roll it up. Okay, first up, we're gonna do, I can't read my handwriting. Here we go. We're gonna do single leg bridge with the roller. So we have, we're gonna do our single leg elevated bridge with the roller. If you don't have your roller, you can pop your heel up on something. It's gonna be heel elevated. We're gonna do bear to down dog just to get our whole body mobilized. And we're gonna do a lunge to balance and reach and just check in with that kind of gait pattern dynamic movement. So coming onto the floor, it's a little trickier with the roller because you have to keep it from rolling. But we're gonna try pressing the ball of your feet and your toes into the roller with your heel up. So instead of wrapping around and letting your heel drop, I want you to try to keep your heel up. And let's go for 6 raises in this position. So start with a big inhale, exhale, let your back rest on the floor, and then lift up. Cramp, cramp, cramp. Here we go. 3, 5, 6. You're going to want these muscles climbing up mountains. Side 2. 1. Heel up, not wrapping down. 6. Those are the only ones you're going to have to do today. So let's take your feet up. Actually, let's do one at a time. Circle your ankle out. Flex and point your toe. Let your calf relax. Those are pretty intense. Go to the other side. Circle a little bit. And flex and point. We're done with the roller. Tuck it away. Out of sight, out of mind. We're going to come into bear pose. So hands and knees, toes curled under. We're not going to stay here too long. We're going to do 4 bears to down dog. So we're going to lift our knees up and then pike. Come forward. Don't let your knees touch the floor. And pike it up, down, and pike, down, and pike. Press those heels down. Let those calves stretch. Walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Come up to standing. Okay. We're going to do a reverse lunge to a step, a knee up. Is that it? Yes. a lunge to a balance reach. So lunge back and come up to a balance, rotating. So your arm is rotating, so it's just in front of the opposite knee. Sink it down, take your time with these. Make sure you're feeling your foot, finding your balance. We're doing 6 to 8 on each side. Bend that back knee, sink it down. There you go. Nice. Nice. It's true for all of us. One side is easier than the other. Okay, so we're going to do a one leg heel elevated hinge. And for this, I want you to hold on to something. I'm going to use my window. So you're going to start on one foot, standing on your toes. You want to have enough room to be able to do your hinge like so. Don't get caught up with what your moving leg is doing. What I want you to focus on is having that posterior line engaged. So when you're hinging, you're really working into that hip and staying over your foot. So your leg will go back and up. And again, I can't do this without holding on. So we're gonna start standing, knees soft over your toes, hinge back, and come up. This is like a huge progression from what we were just doing. Inhale into that hip pocket, make those glutes hold you. Oops. So 5 to 6 on each side. Inhale as you hinge back. Exhale when you bring your knee up. Solve for your knees, right? We're working the calf muscles, we're working the quads, we're working the glutes and the hamstrings. All that's keeping your knee nice and secure. So we're going to get into our workout. Grab your wedges. That's my bench tube on here. Okay. So nice goblet squats, taking it down as low as you can. So full squat and come up. 2. Nice. Ha, we're all in sync. 3, 4. You want to keep your weight on your whole foot, but you want to feel your center of mass pulling back. That makes sense. So you're really sitting back and down, but you're not losing your big toes. And then we're going to go right into our chest press. And this can give your legs a little break between sets. So again, we're going heavy, 10 reps, and then we get back up and we do more squats. So settle in, settle your back on the floor of the bench. Nice. Five. Bring the weights down when you're done. So again, remind you if you got an arm, an elbow, a shoulder, a wrist that's cranky, doing upper body stuff, do one side. You're not going to be lopsided forever. You're just going to be lopsided until you heal up, and then it catches up really fast. Besides, it's an interesting core challenge to try to lift one-sided. Okay, 10 more. Here we go. Three more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Heavy weight down. Shake your arms out if you need to, circle your wrists. Just say there really isn't any need to rush through these, but you just gave your upper body a couple of minutes break, maybe a minute break. So take your time getting set up, roll it down. We got 10 more. Chest presses. As you lift up, check that your wrists are neutral, that they're not falling back. Heavy weights down. You can grab a drink if you need it. Shake your arms out. Stretch your chest. Okay, we're getting slower between each set. Gonna wait for everybody to come back. Okay, as many reps as pretty. So if you can get to 10, next time you need to go a little heavier. 2. Nice and deep. And let's prove it. We can all go heavier. Shake your wrists out. Shake your legs out. There's a lot of gripping. Doesn't matter if it's upper body or lower body. We're working our grip strength. And when you're working grip strength, you might feel it all the way up towards the elbow. So just be kind to your wrists, kind to your hands. Remember, we have little muscles in the forearm that are getting stronger with us. So you're maybe able to press 20 pounds in each hand, but gripping that might be a little bit much. All right, as many as you can do. You can get to 10. Next time you go heavier. So if you're starting to get wobbly, that's your cue that you're not pretty anymore. So your form is not pretty, you're pretty. Your form's not pretty. And when your form starts to fail, that's when we stop on the last set. So I got to 7 before my arm started to wobble. And that's where I ended. Let's put those weights away. Take a moment, grab a drink. And put your wedges away. Then put my roller away. So we're gonna do something a little different with the step. I'm gonna make my step a little bit higher than it is. We're gonna do a side step up with weights. So we've been doing, what, 4, 6 inches, something with lateral raises. I'm gonna take it to 8, just because my hip's kind of wonky. So side step up is exactly what it sounds like. You're gonna step and lift, step and down. But we're gonna do that with weights in our hands, so it's a little more challenging. We're not doing a choreographed step class. So let's go for 10 on each side. Knee up, down, down. Make sure when you're stepping, you're organized over that leg on the step. I'm gonna give myself a little more room. You can go straight into side 2. So up, press into your foot as you lift your other leg up and as you lower it. Focus on what the leg on the step is doing. And 10. Good. So always with step ups, I think, how heavy is the pack I'm going to be carrying? And how high is that step going to be? It can be forwards, it can be sideways, it can be stepping down at an angle. I try to go as heavy as you can with those so you feel them and not make it dancy. And from here we go into a dumbbell press from Open Book. So grab a medium-sized weight. Saying, what is this? We have done this. It's just been a little while. So if we come on the floor and you start in our fetal position and we do open book, this is your starting position. So carefully take the weight into that hand. Keep these legs, they don't have to be perfectly stacked, but we want that shoulder down. So my legs just became completely unstacked, and we're gonna press up and up, getting a big stretch through the obliques as you pull that arm down. Big stretch through the pecs. Let's do 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. We're going to bring it up and over. Settle yourself into fetal position on side 2. Hold on to your legs. Carefully bring the weight over to the armless working. Pull that shoulder down. If your knees separate, that's okay. Use your arms to create that traction so you get your obliques stretching and working while your pecs are stretching and working. You don't have to go too heavy with those, especially because you're feeling it here too, right? So we have our sit to stand and an elevated push-up, everyone's favorite, both of those. So grab a bench or a chair. Some people can do this on the floor and roll back and stand up. My brain at this moment in time does not compute that. But there are people who can sit on the floor, roll onto their backs, and then come onto their feet and come up to standing. I can't figure it out. So maybe we'll figure it out together. But for now, we're just going to roll back and come up for a pop. This is really reaction, response time, trusting that your back will support you and pop it up. Around your back as you roll, pop it up. Make sure you're going straight on your bench and you're not going to fall off. You can also go partway back and get that spring. You don't have to roll all the way back. 2 more, nice. So for, I'm sliding, my tights are sliding on my bench. That's not a good thing. So it's the reaction time from when you roll forward and make contact to when you can pop up that I think is the most interesting and the most important. For all of us as we get older, being able to trust what your back is willing to allow you to do is secondary. So if you can't go all the way down, that's okay. But response time, big one. So we're gonna roll over, or get up and roll over, and go for a set of push-ups. Elevated, you can use the wall, the counter, a desk, a chair, anything you want, 10 push-ups, and we're good. And if you're going one arm, definitely go against the wall. Grab a drink of water. We're gonna go through that set one more time. Maybe 2 more times. Grab some water, grab your step. Think about the weights you chose for the step ups. Yeah, I'm not doing back crossovers. Maybe next time we'll do the back crossovers. For today, I think the side step up is perfect. So organize over that foot on the step and come on down. 2. So as we get more familiar with doing stuff on the step, we can play around with the height. You can play around with the weights you're using. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Good. Weights down. Our dumbbell press from open book. Down on the floor. Fetal position to start. Your knees will slide apart, but try to keep your hand on there for traction to get that stretch down that side. And let's press up. If you're not using weights, you can make a fist and still do this. Try to hold that tension. Rolling it over to the other side. We've got 10 roll to hops. Rolling back. Take your weight back and then spring it up. 2. Nice. One more. Here we go. Boom. Okay. And let's go for incline push-ups. That took us all of 5 minutes. So I suggest we go for a third round because we can, and then we'll stretch. So swing your arms out, give yourself a little break right now. Roll your shoulders, twist. Try not to hold tension anywhere. I'm gonna use this time to make myself a little bit higher. I think I can get mine to 10 inches. Sound effects, if I don't slam on this, there's no guarantee it's not gonna pop out from under me. Just giving myself a little bit of a bigger step. Grabbing my weights. Are we ready to go? Okay. Ooh, I can feel that. Make sure you're stepping up onto your whole foot. You get to 10 on one side, let's come to the other side. What a difference a couple of inches can make. The nice thing about an adjustable step, you can always make it taller. You can always make it shorter. Step out of the way. Come onto the floor and do our last round of dumbbell presses. Whew. Oh, enjoy that stretch. And then press. Call this third set as many reps as pretty. If your arms are getting tired, if your shoulders getting tired, stop when you're starting to lose your form. And then carefully roll it over. Especially if you've got the weight still in your hand. Carefully make that transfer. And press for 10 on the other. For as many reps as you can make pretty. Sit to stand. Maybe, I wonder if it feel better to try it off your step, something that's a little bit lower and make it harder to hop up. But you could do it off your bench. I'm not going to complain. You can play around with different heights, different things you're sitting on. So rolling back and popping up. Two more. That was a pretty lame one. Excuse that last repeat. I was watching you and I didn't get my hop in. Last round of push-ups. Circle your wrists. If you want to do them on the wall, if you want to do them with the ball against the wall, you want to do them on an incline. If you want to skip them, you can go off camera and I'll never know. So, last round. You don't have to go to 10. And pat yourself on the back. We are all done with the workout. Let's swing your arms. Maybe take your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and down. Look up. See if it feels good to lift your arms. So from here to here, it's no requirement. Stretching is what feels good. Don't force anything. Okay, I'm on the floor, I'm just gonna sit. You guys can be wherever you want. Let's stretch out our shoulders. Nice work. Heart rate up. Should be coming down slowly, slowly. Hold on to your elbow. Stretch out those triceps. And lean over in the direction of the hand that's holding it. Give yourself a little bit of a side bend, oblique stretch. A couple of big breaths here. I love stretches where you get more. We're just going to switch hands, doing tricep stretch on the other side and leaning away from it. I love stretches where it's like 2 for 1, 3 for 1. It's not just one muscle. Get a whole side of the body. And then hold on to your elbow and bring that arm across the front. We'll stretch the shoulder and side 2. So let's do one stretch close to the wall. We're gonna have our hands on the wall and we're gonna push back into child's pose. And the idea is, you might be able to do this on your bench without a wall, but you want your hands wider. Turn this around. So you can use a chair, you can use a wall. We're gonna take a big breath in. You're gonna think about expanding as much as you can across your chest and shoulders. Your hands are gonna be on top. Hips are gonna come back as you inhale and let your chest drop. So you should be getting a nice big stretch through the shoulders, through the back. And I want you to think about keeping that collarbone wide open, that you're not letting your shoulders drop. And bonus points if you can feel like you're expanding with each breath into your lower back, but also into your collarbone. That means you're getting full breaths, full expansion, full stretch. So with each exhale, see if you can go a little deeper into it. So against the wall, we've done this where I think this might work better for all of you because then we're actually in view of each other. But against the wall, we've exhaled and moved our hands up. Inhaled, exhaled, walked our hands up and gone into that stretch, but it works pretty well with the bench too. So let's have a seat, cross-legged. We're gonna put one hand on the opposite knee and reach behind, lift up, and rotate into a little twist. And we'll take a few breaths here. One more breath, inhale, exhale. Come back to center, switch sides. Big inhale, exhale as you twist. Unless it feels better to you to inhale as you twist. Let's hold this and see if we can get full expansion through your torso in a twisted position. And come back to center. And we're going to roll onto our backs, hug your knees into your chest. We make little circles. It is just after 8. And then bring your feet down. Let your back relax onto the floor. Take a breath in and out. Take your knees side to side. And keep going. Put your knees in. And And I think we're good to go. You can hang out on the floor and stretch a little bit more, whatever you think you need. Maybe a long pencil stretch, feet long in front of you, arms behind you. Maybe a crescent stretch if your sides need a little bit more expansion.